Proves I-
It's just in the script.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I wanted to make sure I was correct. So. That was just your way of testing to make sure I read them. So I passed.
That's called cutting and pasting.
You're fine. I just want to make sure I.
You know, I am looking for. I went to 2 basketball camps. They had absolutely no talent. I have watched Purdue. Meantime, to do that. So I'm not sure anymore. I watched a little bit of St. John. Michigan State, I watched that game. Yeah, I will. It's starts again on Thursday. That was my first time you told me that.
Yes. Awkward silence.
Good evening and welcome to the Monday, March 23rd, 2026 meeting of the Martinsville Board of Works and Safety. Meeting is hereby called to order. Mr. Merida, would you please call roll?
Kelly Bray, John Lillywhite, Mayor Costin.
Present.
We have a quorum.
Good. Prior to tonight's meeting, you were sent copies of the minutes from our Monday, March 9th meeting. Are there any corrections or additions to the minutes that were presented?
I was not here, so I will abstain, but I would make a motion that we table that for when Kelly is back to vote on it.
I will second that motion because that sounds like pretty good advice. So all in favor of postponing the approval of these minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion passes. We'll table these minutes till the next meeting, Mr. Porter. Also, prior to tonight's meeting, we used a copy of the claims for review. Are there any comments or questions on the claims?
No, none, and I would motion that we approve those claims to be paid.
I will second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, no. Motion carries. For the sewer adjustments tonight, we have 260 West Garfield, $25.90. 788 South Harriet Street, $465.04. 629 South Jefferson Street, $958.23. 760 East Harrison Street, $123.86. 215 Morton Avenue, $5,153.71. And 5 to 40 South Drive, $1,541.49. Any questions or comments with the sewer adjustments?
It appears that this is the first request for each one of these, or the first incident for each one of these. A couple of these are more substantial than others, or 3 of them are. Is there anything that the board should be aware of before we?
John, C, D, and, let's see, actually, B, C, and D, those are carryovers. The big one down there, the 5,000, it was the water line coming into the business. It obviously ran hard. The water went into the foundation. They had to replace the complete water line. So while it's high, that's what it was.
Yeah, as long as you guys are satisfied that they jumped on it, you know, within a reasonable amount of time, then I'm certainly satisfied. I would motion then that we approve the sewer adjustment applications as presented.
I will second that motion. All in favor of approving the sewer adjustments as presented, say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The motion carries. Mr. Dunn?
Yep. Maple Hills. I'm sure everybody's aware we have a new subdivision. It's going to be called Maple Hills. It's a proposed new housing development, and it's just south of Faith Missionary Church. It's between State Road 44 and State Road 252. The subdivision will be called, like I said, Maple Hills, and it will cover approximately 65 acres and eventually have 168 homes. We don't want to get over our skis on this because Faith Missionary, the city, and the developer are still working out the easement access agreements. But everyone's negotiating in good faith, so we're very, very hopeful at this time that everything's going to sail. What is before you tonight, they're putting in a divided 2-lane entrance. It's an entrance and exit into this new addition off of State Road 44 while we're extending the utilities over to the development. The city would like to run about 1,000 feet of 8-inch water and 8-inch sewer main that'll run parallel to the entrance for future growth. Now is the time to go ahead and put that in. So we're asking for $39,200 for the design phase of this utility extension. This will be paid for by the ARPA funds, is that correct, Ben?
Initially, we'll be paying it from the water and sewer funds, and then we will be reimbursed by the county using their ARPA funds.
Okay. So eventually it'll be no cost to the city. Mr. Dan Barrett is here tonight. He is the Senior Project Manager with United Consulting, and he can answer any specific questions if you have them, but that's more or less what we're asking for.
So we're asking for
$39,200
to run 1,000 feet of.
Well, it's for the design phase,
For the
the
design,
engineering.
okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, that sounded very optimistic.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that we need to be aware of? Obviously, I'm in favor of doing what we can to partner with developers to bring more housing here. So is there anything that we should be aware of, or anything that might be a fly in the ointment?
The only thing I can think of is we are on a timeline to get this accomplished on the city side. Again, talking with Faith Church, talking with United Construction, we should be able to get this accomplished because we have to have it done by the end of this calendar year.
Why are we on a timeline?
Because of the way the ARPA money was given to the county.
Okay. Okay. And we all feel good that we can get this done? I mean,
Dan, you want to address that?
it's like we're a third of the way in.
Yeah, I'm happy to answer some questions. So as Matt had said, my name is Dan Barrett, project manager with United Consulting. And we've already designed this project to about 90% completion. And what the original scope of the work was to extend basically a force main and a water main to the southeast corner of Faith Missionary Church for future connection by that developer. With the new entrance coming up to State Road 44, provided a great opportunity for the city to further extend the infrastructure up to State Road 44. And since we've already designed the project, we've already permitted the project, what the supplement does, it covers the additional design effort to create the additional plan and profiles, the design plan sheets, and to go back to the permitting agencies to go ahead and seek basically a modification of those permits that have already been secured. And then back to the mayor's comment as far as timeline goes, I know we are in a time crunch, but the fact that we've already gotten designed to this point, supplementing that, we'll be able to fit within that schedule. So aiming to get this out for basically a bid process in early summer and then construction through late summer into early fall to wrap up the project.
So is the main risk that we run if we don't get it done by the end of the year that we end up holding the bag for the money?
I would say that's a yes.
Okay. So there's a lot of motivation to get her done. Okay, then we shouldn't waste any more time. I am in favor of this, so I would make a motion that we approve the request for $39,200 to go ahead and get the updated plans moving forward.
I will second that motion for approving the supplemental agreement number 1 with United Consulting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed no. Motion passes. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you,
Mr. Dunn? Yep. You're up to bat again.
Just don't strike out.
Okay. We're talking about an intersection. This is the ever-changing intersection. If you go on Burton Lane, you cross Indian Creek, you wrap around, eventually Burton Lane turns into Jordan Road. Also at that point, there is a road that comes in from the west from Old 37, so right now it's a three-way stop. And no one seems to be able to recall what it was beforehand. But we turned it into a three-way stop when I-69 was being, the construction was going on because everybody was trying to bypass, and that area became very hectic. So we made it a three-way stop. One of the residents there that has to go through that intersection quite a bit feels that it should return to what it was previously, which I believe if you're going north on Jordan, there wasn't a stop sign there. There was a yield and a stop and nothing. So now we've got it's a three-way stop sign.
Yeah.
And I'm coming to the board to say, what do you want to do?
Then the board would ask, what is the city's recommendation? Obviously, having too many stop signs is annoying, but it limits liability. But I hate slowing down and hitting the brakes. Based off of this request, they want the northbound one taken off. And from what I'm looking at, if you took off the north, you'd really need to take off the south, or the southbound one. And then it would just be, what did you say that road was?
It's Burton Lane that turns into, and then the side is actually a spur off of Old 37.
Yeah, Old 37
Old
then would
37.
still have a stop sign because it would be entering Burton Lane. But I would be inclined to follow the recommendation of the city on this.
Well, John, and I'm a little out of my lane on this thing because the police should really be involved in this, and perhaps I need to look at it, but whenever you change the signage and the way people are used to stopping, now it is established, it is a three-way. in all fairness, when you start changing things, you take signs away, it sometimes creates more of an issue than needs to be. So, I mean, if you're asking me, I would leave it a three-way.
I was gonna say,
Originally, I talked to this person, and I don't have the magic wand anymore. I can't make these decisions, but I told him I thought it could probably go back to the way
Yeah.
that it was. Well, that's not my call.
yeah, and I can appreciate that. I'm trying to get the mental image of you with the magic wand in your office.
No, it's ugly, yeah.
I'm inclined to agree. I would think that taking the stop sign away is going to create more confusion. And while I understand that it's a hassle, I would be inclined. So my motion would be to leave it as it is, but to have an officer stop by and take a look and confirm that it is or is not necessary and revisit it maybe. What are your thoughts on that?
Your motion's on the floor, but do you want the officer to look at that before we even make the motion on it?
I think that's a great idea. Let's,
Because I agree with what both of you have said, because if you take away the northbound stop sign, then it's gonna be awfully confusing
yeah,
to who's coming up there, not realizing that the southbound and the one coming in from the west are stopping. They don't maybe realize that person doesn't have to stop.
doesn't make,
If you take away the southbound also, that's a big enough hump there that if somebody's coming through there 40 miles an hour and they get airborne, they're may end up over into the west in that yard. So
yeah.
if I could get you to rescind your motion and then alter that to ask the police department to go out there and look at that.
I will
we
do
can come back.
I will rescind my motion and re-motion that we task an officer to go out and have a look and perform a standard study to tell us what the police's recommendation for safety is.
I will second that motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, no. The motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Dunn.
Are you in favor of putting this on the April 13th agenda, ready back on the 13th?
Don't we have another traffic
Yes, we do.
report that's coming back?
Yes.
That would be
Yeah.
Officer Sergeant Pond. Do you think we should be able to get that done fairly soon?
It's 3 weeks from tonight.
Yeah, we can get that up.
Okay, let's go ahead and put that on, and we will take care of both of those issues at the next meeting. Which brings me into the next regular meeting, the Board of Works and Safety, will be on Monday, April 13th, 6:30, here in the council chambers. We are adjourned.
Mac, I had a couple of